But an angel of the Lord came at night, opened the gates of the jail, and brought them out. Then he told them, "Go to the temple and give the people this message of life." So at daybreak the apostles entered the temple, as they were told, and immediately began teaching. When the high priest and his officials arrived, they convened the high council, the full assembly of the elders of Israel. Then they sent for the apostles to be brought from the jail for trial. But when the temple guards went to the jail, the men were gone.
So they returned to the council and reported, "The jail was securely locked with the guards standing outside, but when we opened the gates, no one was there." That is found in Acts of the Apostles chapter 5 verses 19 to 23.
Child of God, you may not be one of the apostles of old, like Peter, Paul, and so on, and you may not yet be operating on the level of miracles seen in their lives. Also, you may not have been graced in the way they were, but one thing is sure. Because you have the Spirit of the Most High God in you, you remain a threat to the kingdom of darkness. Satan knows that when you awaken to your full potential in Christ and begin to walk in it, you will be a dangerous dynamite, more fatal than any contagious virus. Because you see yourself so small and insignificant, you may not have realized there have been many times Satan tried to silence, restrict, and take you out of the equation. However, God did not, and has not allowed you to be permanently silenced, because there's so much more to your existence. There's a purpose and an assignment you were conceived and born to fulfill, that you will fulfill under the grace and watchful eyes of God in your obedience. The apostles of Christ who were imprisoned were not doing their own things. They were going about doing their master's bidding, yet the master let them be imprisoned. Nothing happens and can ever happen without the permission of the Most High God, who reigns over the affairs of men. If the high priests and officials had known, they wouldn't have imprisoned the apostles, at least to avoid further embarrassment. The same God that allowed them to be imprisoned also had a plan B. He planned a divine deliverance experience for them, setting up their mode of deliverance as a wonder, showing that God has the final say and can do all things. They were set free to continue to do their God-given assignments. Listen, in your faithfulness to God, whatever it is that has restricted, stagnated, or brought you to a low, dark place of pain in life, you need not be worried, disturbed, or give up, for God hasn't finished with you. You will again rise up to do the great things you were born to do. Heaven knows your location and sees the pain and suffering you are going through for Christ's sake. God will send your divine helpers at the right time. So do not murmur, complain, or regret your services. There's always a glory ahead. Beloved, your storyline has only a comma at the end like the apostles while in jail. Another phrase is being written next to the comma that would surprise many. God hasn't finished with you. He's quietly working out something. Therefore, remain hopeful. Today, just be still and know Yahweh is the Most High God, beautiful for all situations,